Hi, girl. How you doing?
I'm good.
Good, good. So I recently read a book.
You did?
Finally, I've been off of
The
my book
librarian
game.
read a book.
Sh-
What book did you read?
I read a book called, well, I listened to the audiobook. It's called The Gift by Frida McFadden, which I
Mhm.
like her books because
I
she
never
does
read her.
she's kind of like a mystery, sometimes thrillers. It's like
Okay.
she's kind of in the psychological thriller realm, which
Okay.
I like. And all of her stories go full circle. So everything, like, I always know from the beginning of the novel, everything's connected somehow, but it's going to be a twist at the end. You're going to be like, what? I didn't know. And so this book was called The Gift,
The
and
Gift.
The
Let me
Gift.
write this down.
It was only about an hour long of a listen. It was very quick, very short.
What's her name?
Frida,
Frida
Freida.
McFadden?
McFadden. Yeah. And it's
The Gift.
essentially following this young lady who she's working two jobs. She's a newlywed. She's been in this relationship for 2 years with this man. Well, they were in a relationship for 2 years and they got married. This is your first Christmas together.
Mhm.
And so they're like, young and broke and trying to make it. So she's working two jobs. He's in law school and she's stressing because it's Christmas. She's working an extra shift on Christmas and she wants to get a gift for her husband. And they decided,
Oh, what's the gift?
they
They
decided,
should have asked AI.
they made a deal that we're not going to spend that much money, on gifts this year. And
You
so,
don't make those kind of promises with your husband.
I mean, she's panicking because she's broke. She doesn't have any money.
Right.
And should I spoil it or should I keep?
Well, no, don't spoil it. 'Cause
I won't spoil
I'm
it.
going to put it on my list after I finish all of these books on the Gilded Age that I'm reading.
Okay. Well, I'll just say this. She makes a sacrifice
Okay.
to get a gift for her husband, and everything takes a turn.
And he gave her a $1 gift from the dollar store.
Worse than that.
Oh,
And
no.
you find that the person who orchestrated her sacrifice was behind everything, trying to,
The $1 gift from the
So it definitely took a turn, and it was like, oh, but it was one of those things where, like,
Okay.
depending on your point of view, you can't really be mad at
Okay, I'm going to put that on my list.
It's only an hour listen, so
An hour?
yeah, it was really quick. So
Really?
you can
An
listen to
hour?
that, at a gym visit or
I'm
on a
gonna
walk.
do that on Audible.
It was good. It was so
Okay.
good.
All right, there you go.
All right. So what are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about exam prep resources.
Exam prep resources.
Okay.
Absolutely.
You got my questions and you don't want to guess. I got a recommendations and that I can suggest. Yes, this library questions got a part of request. Here's Bill and Laura with instruction request.
All right. Hey, Ospreys. My name is Lauren Odom, and I'm the instruction librarian.
And I'm Burl White Bing. I am the virtual learning librarian at Thomas G. Carpenter Library.
And we are Instruction
Instruction
Requests, where we talk about common research questions, helpful resources,
and immersive technology contained in the Virtual Learning Center at the library.
Awesome. Okay, so let's go over the research question of the day.
Okay.
This is another frequently asked question, and I actually got this question come through today, actually. So in the state of Florida, for those of you who don't know, or those of you who are new to college this year, you do have to complete the Florida literacy exam in order to acquire your degree. And that exam is a proctored exam. So we've been getting questions about taking proctored exams in the library. Can I book a study room? Some people have asked, can they cover the windows because it has to be a quiet space? The answer to that is no. But other people are looking to use like maybe library computers to take the exams, and they're wondering, is the software for proctored exams on the computers in the library? And the answer is yes. So UNF uses something called HonorLock that's primarily for distance students, but sometimes if your professor is using that in the course, then you can download the HonorLock extension to your computer to take a proctored exam. That's one way. But library computers have something called Respondus Lockdown Browser. So there's a number of ways you can use it. This is actually one of our FAQs. If you go to the library website, at the top of the page, there's like a bar at the top of the page, and there's an option for FAQs, and you can search Respondus and look at the ticket, and it'll give you the options for how to use that. So you can bring your own laptop and come to the you can bring your own laptop. I'm kind of trying to remember that FAQ. You can bring your own camera and microphone to use with one of the library computers. And actually, I have a screenshot of that FAQ. Yes. It says, bring your personal laptop and reserve a study room to ensure a quiet, private location. You can connect your personal webcam and microphone to a library computer to take an exam. You can use a Mac workstation with the webcam, and the Macs are located on the first floor. Or you can check out a laptop at the Access Services desk, okay? So there are a number of options that you have. And so the answer is yes, you can come to the library, whether you're using your own device or you want to borrow a library device or use one of the computers located. I guess you can't use an open space, but you can use a library laptop to take a proctored exam.
And I just Googled it. CERT has a lot of information about Respondus as well,
Okay.
the lockdown browser. So if you just Google Respondus UNF,
Yeah, Google
you get
Respondus UNF, and
you
it
get a
will come
lot of
up with some
information.
information because students are finding that they're going to take this proctored exam, and for whatever reason, their personal laptops are not responding well to the software, or they can't get it. And so if you can't download that HonorLock extension, then the library is a second option for
And if they need a quiet space, there's always
the recording studio.
There's always the recording studio. Of course, we have windows, but it is a quiet space.
It is a quiet space.
Mhm.
It's more closed off than the study rooms. It's located on the third floor, and it is soundproof. So
Yeah, it's soundproof. And you can access Wi-Fi in there
you
if
can
you bring
access
your own
Wi-Fi.
laptop or check out one of the laptops that they have at the Access Services at the information desk.
Yes, and the civic literacy exam is only one of the proctored exams, but I do believe that they actually now have somewhere you can go to schedule to be part of like a scheduled
Mhm.
civic literacy exam test date that they do in the library classroom. But there's a
Okay.
different department that actually puts that together. So
So the important thing to do is to keep your eye on the library calendar
yes,
because
absolutely.
anything that's happening in the library will be
Will be
on
the
that calendar.
Absolutely. All right, so
Okay.
let's talk about what's happening in instruction.
What's happening in instruction? Well, we continue with open office hours. That would be
11
Monday
to
through
1.
Thursday from 11 to 1 in the Zoom room. We also had the transfer social. I'm not sure when this episode is going to air, but on September 18th, the transfer social will happen. So all transfer students, all students really, but targeting transfer students are invited to come to that.
Yes.
The instruction requests are coming in. I think I have
Yes.
5 already.
Yes.
And what else is going on?
We are always available for research consultations, and that is for faculty and students. So instructors, faculty, if you have questions and you want to meet with a librarian, that's available to you. And then students, if you need some one-on-one help, and actually it's not just one-on-one, if you're working with a partner or if there's a group assignment or something like that, one person can schedule time to meet with the librarian. All of you can meet. We can do it either in Zoom or we can do it in person. We meet on the third floor of the library in the Virtual Learning Center. And if you need proof that you met with a librarian, we can still provide that to everyone that attended that meeting.
Yes, we want to really stress that to not just the students, but also to the faculty, that if you have an assignment where maybe you're not bringing your students in for an instruction request session, but you want them to meet with a librarian and go over their assignment individually, we can do that as a group.
Yes.
3, 4, 5 in Zoom and face-to-face. They're welcome to come as a group with their buddies to talk to us because there's 6 of us
Yes.
doing research
Doing research
consultations.
consultations.
So if you have an assignment that, especially if it's due like in 2 weeks, where they're all going to be making appointments at one time, to accommodate everyone, encourage them to book it as a group.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And with the instruction request, you can bring your class to the library, but we can also come to your classroom. And it doesn't have to be an extended session either. So there is an opportunity for us to come in just for 30 minutes and just kind of do an overview of maybe specific databases that you want your class to use, and not a full rundown of the library and all the things that we might normally go over. And then we can also do things online as well. So it's not only an in-person service that we offer.
Exactly.
All right. So let's talk about exam prep resources in the library.
Very nice.
Okay, so as usual, we're going to go to the library website. We're going to click on that database list link to take us to the database list page. And again, this is one of the newer options under types. So under the types drop-down menu, we want to click exam prep. And there are 6 databases that have been chosen to have study resources in a particular area. And so we have Access Engineering, Access Physiotherapy, we have the F.A. Davis Athletic Training Collection, LinkedIn Learning was another one, and then O'Reilly for Higher Education, which was super technical and really useful for your CCEC students. And then we have Peterson's Test and Career Prep. So I wanted to point out LinkedIn Learning because it has a lot of really cool features. In the last episode, we touched on LinkedIn Learning because of the really great AI tools that it has. But in LinkedIn Learning, you can develop a library of content. It will recommend to you different courses and tools or, skill videos that you can take depending on, your algorithm that you develop within the platform. You can have your career journey, etc. But it doesn't only have courses. There are video clips, like short video clips based on whatever topic it is that you're searching. So if you're wanting to study a particular subject, you want to know more information on a particular area, you can go into LinkedIn Learning and find quick tools, quick video clips to kind of walk you through to help you expand your understanding on any particular concept. And you may also be able to use that AI role play feature or even that AI coaching feature to prompt you in terms of practicing some of the exam skills you are looking for. Then we have Peterson's Test and Career Prep database. All right. So with Peterson's, you can actually do a number of test prep, career prep. It has, tools for all levels from high school to graduate level entrance exam. It has a vocational test prep, so military test prep, bookkeeping test prep. And it also has the option for career development tools and finding scholarships and even schools if you're interested. So Peterson is a really in-depth resource for anyone to go in to take practice exams, study guides on a variety of topics. So from the SAT to the GRE. And so this is something that we definitely want to highlight because we have students that are doing different things, whether, they're preparing to go to the next level or, we do have military students or students that might be interested in joining the military. And so that's somewhere you can go to do some practice. Okay?
That's very good.
All right. Here you go.
Thank you. Okay. So now everybody knows where to go to access all the exam prep they could ever want to have.
The exam prep
If
resources.
they're doing any kind of like LSAT prep, MCAT
Yes,
prep,
GMAT.
everything
Yes.
is in there. Okay, that's great. Because many times those books will go missing. And
Yes.
they're outdated.
They become outdated very, very fast
Yeah,
because they only
so
make them for that year.
yeah. So see,
Libraries, you can only order a limited number of the books, even though
right.
there's,
That's true, but you work smarter, not harder.
you work smarter, not harder.
You use the
Exactly.
database. That's another reason to use the database.
Yes.
Okay, so let's talk about what's happening in the VLC.
Okay.
As you know, we got 28 new MetaQuest 3s,
Yes.
MetaQuest 3s, their latest headset, and new computers with that NVIDIA RTX 5070 chip
Mm-hmm.
available in the VLC. And so we want to bring students back into the VLC. So we have started something new. We used to do Rest and Relax in the VLC, where we highlighted all of the mindfulness applications and meditative applications. But now, Andy, if you want to bring it up, we've started something new called Puzzle Day. Puzzle Day in the VLC. That will be on the same day as the Campus K9s, and that is located on the 3rd floor in the VLC. We have a Promethean board, and on the Promethean board, we're going to have Osprey-themed puzzles. You'll see one of my VLC workers, Trevor Wilson, is working on an Osprey puzzle on the Promethean board.
Nice.
And it's a 300-piece puzzle, but it's
wow.
virtual. So you can put it together so you can come in with a group or, come in on your own and try and do what you can on your break or whatever. We also are going to have some virtual reality puzzles. This one is called Sugar Mess Jigsaw Puzzles. It's a virtual reality experience on Meta. Of course, this Jolly Match 3 AR is similar to some of the other puzzles games like Candy Crush.
Okay.
So it's similar to that, where you match 3 or 4 of them together to kind of, and you do it in virtual reality, which I think would be fun.
Yeah.
And you know what this is? Wordle. My cousin in California sends me Wordle every single day. Every single day. And I always start with the word burl.
Oh my goodness.
I always start my Wordle with BERYL to see if my name is the Wordle of the day. And it hasn't been. So, but anyway, Wordle is in VR and
Nice.
it's on Meta. So we will have Wordle available. And of course, we have
Is it
Tetris.
Tetris?
Tetris Connected.
Oh, I'm sold.
Tetris. It's called Tetris Effect Connected, and it
Okay.
is on Steam, and we have 3 copies of it. So
I'm
for
coming.
those of you who need some PTSD treatment or stress
Needs
relief,
to de-stress. Yeah.
we do have Tetris available in the virtual reality lab.
Now, can you play multiplayer in this?
Yes, you play. It has a multiplayer function.
Okay.
Say if you come in with someone and they're on one headset, you're on the other, you all can
Nice.
play together.
Okay.
So that is Tetris. So those are what's happening in the VLC right now. And our VR champion this week
Yes.
is Sai Panga. He is a UNF master's student from construction management.
Okay.
This summer, Sai was responsible for a middle school STEM camp, and he brought, and it was targeted towards girls. His research is in whether girls receive instruction from men different than they do from women.
Mm-hmm.
And a part of his research was to bring these girls who were in this STEM camp to the virtual reality center. So one group was led by all male camp counselors. The other ones were all female camp counselors. I'll let him tell you about his research.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
We have a special Library of VR champion. And this is one of our master's research students. I'm going to ask you to introduce yourself.
Sure. Hey, I'm Sai Kirtan, graduate assistant research at Department of Construction Management at University of North Florida. Mm, I'm glad I've got a chance to be a camp director for a summer workshop called Building Her Future, which is where we got few female middle schoolers to explore about construction just because the construction field among them is getting little decline.
Okay, so tell me, how did you use the VLC and VR in your research or in your work or in your studies?
Perfect. So coming to VLC, okay, let's suppose we have started not only teaching them but letting students experience the real experience. Real world or real kind of thing, buildings and all. Whereas coming to the construction aspect, we can't really take them to the original site where we had safety concerns, and coming to some other manipulative concerns where we have to get all the permissions and all that, which is a long process, and they might get little distracted and moved away from the particular camp. Where then we did use VLC lab, where we used VR and brought site to them, not taking them to the site.
There you go.
So that was really awesome, and they have got very beautiful experience. They can go walk through the buildings, whatever they wanted to do, they can.
Excellent. So tell me, what impact did coming to the VLC have on the students that you had in your camp? Or what impact has it had on your research?
Perfect. So we had few, natural, just basic classes before letting them into the VR. They were literally bored, not much interested, but kept on listening what the faculty, what the team lead is going teaching them. Once they came to the VR lab, when they had their own headset, they started connecting the dots with the what we have taught. That was really awesome, and they started asking questions. So I thought, yes, we did something, and they've got it. Our ultimate plan is
That's awesome for me to hear.
our ultimate plan is to let them understand what is construction and what they can do in construction.
Yes, very good.
Right.
Okay, so now my final question. Why do you think VR matters in higher education?
VR matters in higher education. Okay, let's suppose say if a person, okay, let's say girls, because we have chosen women because their interest in STEM fields or particularly in construction getting declined when they are getting growing up. We're coming to the construction, we can't directly take them to the on-site, and if something unfortunately happens related safety issues, they can't move back. Very difficult, to think about it, and can't even come to these surroundings of this environment. So where we took them and we just started using VR, they can make mistakes now without getting hurt.
Yeah,
They can make mistakes now and understand what they did immediately
yeah.
and can rectify it, which is a powerful lesson, and the VR is a powerful tool which they have used for this.
Oh, awesome. And I would like to say we have new headsets now. We have the MetaQuest 3
Is it?
which has an AR feature. So I'm hoping to explore
Awesome.
that more as well.
Awesome.
Well, thank you very much, Sai.
Thank
for
you so
coming.
much. We love to come and join back again
Very
if you had any
good.
chance.
Very good. I hope so. I hope so.
Thank you. Thank you.
And that's Sai.
All right. Well,
He's
thank you
very
to
nice. I'm
Sai.
so happy that he agreed to be our. We're gonna have to do a compilation video, and
For sure.
we're gonna have to put all of the library VR champions together and just have
like
one
that.
video that we send out to everyone.
Yeah, and their camp was really fun. It was a great group of students.
Yeah, it was
and,
really, really good. The
working in the
middle school
construction.
girls, construction management, and
Yeah.
they really got to it.
They did.
You know, I have a VR experience called VR Construction Lab,
hmm
and they went further into the program than I thought they would get.
Yes,
So that's good.
it's pretty awesome.
But anyway,
All right. Well, thank you for joining us for another episode of the Instruction Request podcast. We hope that you join us in our next episode. Remember, if you need help, you can always schedule a research consultation or you can schedule
An instruction request.
Thank you.
All right. You know what they say about, I said sugar mess. No, wait a minute. Jolly Rancher 3AR is a
The candy game.
the Candy Rush kind of
Yeah.
game.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what they say?
What do they say?
You can't spell Candy Crush without Andy Rush. I love it.
Happy birthday, Andy.